give it up for Courtney Cooper!
Hey, thank you all for coming out celebrating Disability Pride Month. It's nice for once to not have to figure out how to break the ice about being disabled. But for me, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't see a reason to bring it up if it's not in relation to something. But it's weird sometimes when you go to meet someone in person for the first time and they react as if like you're trying to track them on a hidden camera show, just like, surprise, shorty! So I'm on the apps, and dating with a disability is weird, not because of the disability, just because the ableds are dense. I've learned on the apps to make sure that there is a full picture of me and my wheelchair, and yet still I'll get messages like, so was that a prop for like a photo shoot? Beloved, I don't think you understand how expensive mobility aids are. No. And if things do make it out the app, somehow they have the audacity to say the wildest things with confidence. One of my favorites being after a movie date, we go to a diner to like have a little snack, and I like to sit in the booth, and first thing, they scooted in after me. I feel trapped. But while I'm scanning the menu, I just feel a poke in my leg. Oh. I look up, and they're like, so you can feel that? Yes, but I'm not feeling you, and you won't be feeling this later. But at least I signed up for that. Like, it's just really weird when it's in public and people don't even know your name, anything about you, and they're just like, what happened? Nothing good, Carol. When I was younger, I used to tell little kids that this is what happens if you're bad. So, you know how you're a menace on the playground? Yeah, Santa doesn't take kindly to that. I don't do that anymore, much. But also, it's not that far off from the truth. So, I was paralyzed in first grade 7 days before Christmas. And we were also unhoused at the time, and already the messaging around Christmas is fucked. If you're good, you'll get presents. If you're bad, you get nothing. So, like, being a poor kid, it's basically get bent. So when it happened, I was like, oh shit, God must have it out for me personally. I should have reflected more in catechism. No, but it's been about 30 years now, which, side note for all my people born in the 1900s, do you feel like you're spinning a really fucked up prize wheel when you go to enter your birth date now on human heartburn? No, so I'm from Louisiana, and in the pre-Obamacare era, if you were poor and uninsured, you would go to Charity Hospital. And Charity Hospital is the kind of place you'd see like trying to raise money in a far-off country. But let me paint you a picture. Just a long hall of seafoam green tiles, some of them falling off, black and brown injured children just lined up on each wall, threadbare curtains, if you're lucky, in between them, and lights that won't fall off. The beds are so old, they're hand cranked, like World War II surplus. At any moment, you just expect to hear wafting in from the rafters, in the arms of the just 35 cents a day. You too. Thank God Katrina took it out. I know that sounds bad, but hear me out. It was the old yeller of public health, but what New Orleans wouldn't do, Bush Jr. and Katrina did. So being injured right before Christmas, of course, there's those who want to help the less fortunate than them, And so, of course, there comes a few days after the worst news of these first 6 years of my life so far, the Shriners. So they come in with their funny little red hats and their big red bag, and they've got gifts, but it's the kind that are like just barely, you made the line for making an effort. I'm talking crayons where it's more wax than color. So I'm watching them come up the rows, handing out gifts, seeing what's coming out, a little dump truck, some bubbles, a paddleboard, and he finally gets to my bed. And he reaches in and he hands me a green and white jump rope. Now, I was a precocious kid. I'm not sure that taught me the meaning of irony, but it sure as hell taught me what an asshole looks like. So, like, of course, being from like a lower income background, you don't waste anything. I made sure to still use it as a noose. I'm sorry, I mean a lasso, as a lasso. So if ever my chair started rolling away, just get them up, little donkeys. But yeah, like one thing that it taught me is that beggars can be choosers and have every right to still have their autonomy in that. And I would just say one thing that our patron St. Luigi taught us this last year is that the only thing you need to radicalize you is a bad back injury and the American healthcare system.